One of the teachers of the school had almost a parental love for Nag Mahashaya. Seeing him come daily on foot from such a distance, he said one day, "Boy, you need not take so much trouble to come here all the way to read. Stay with me, and I shall somehow manage to bear your expenses." But the noble boy answered, "No, sir, I do not feel any difficulty in coming here." Astonished at this, the teacher remarked, "I know not what this boy will be in the future." Had the teacher been living to see the afterlife of Nag Mahashaya, he would have witnessed that his prediction was fulfilled amply. Nag Mahashaya read in the national school at Dhaka only for a short period, but within that time he perfectly mastered in Bengali language. His handwriting was beautiful and his compositions were simple, thoughtful, and attractive, showing an intelligence far above his age. All his writings during this period were full of religious fervor. Later, when Nag Mahashaya came down to Calcutta to study medical science, these essays were published in a pamphlet form with the heading "Advice to Boys." He kept it a secret for a long time. Even his most intimate friend Suresh Chandra Datta did not know anything of it before it was actually published. Only when it was printed, a copy was presented to him. All the books were distributed amongst the boys of his village. Even today, a few copies of it may be found at Deobhog. Chapter 2. Nag Mahashaya was now grown up. With a view to strengthen the bond of family life, the aunt of the motherless boy settled his marriage, and he was married to Srimati Prasanna Kumari, an 11-year-old daughter of Sri Jagannath Das, a well-to-do man of Raistia in Vikrampur. 5 months after his marriage, he came down to Calcutta and stayed with his father. He began his studies in the Campbell Medical School, but his zeal for learning did not meet with any measure of success. For even here he could not prosecute his studies for more than a year and a half, though no one knows exactly why he had to leave the school. After this, Nag Mahashaya studied homeopathy under Dr. Bihari Lal Bhaduri, the renowned physician. Dr. Bhaduri was well pleased with the amiable disposition of the boy and taught him with great care. Daily, morning and evening, he got his lessons from Dr. Bhaduri and would revise them at home. Nearly 2 years passed thus. Nag Mahashaya had to remain in Calcutta for the most part of the time, acquiring experience in his calling, and so his wife remained in her father's house. Consequently, he had hardly any opportunity of cultivating his acquaintance with her, and even when there was an opportunity, he felt shy to go near her. If she happened to be in his native village at the time when he went there, he would climb up a tree and remain there throughout the night, lest he should be tempted by her presence. His aunt could not easily understand this kind of behavior, but like all worldly minded people, she was under the impression that time would mend matters. But unfortunately, she was doomed to disappointment. The poor girl died suddenly for dysentery. This touched him deeply, but he felt much relieved. He thought that Providence freed him up from worldly bondage, and therefore he was happy. His father, however, felt that he should be married again and left instructions with his son in law for the selection of a suitable bride for his son.